In the grassy highlands of Nepal, the harvesting season of Yasagumba, a valued herbal remedy, is underway from late May. Since picking Yasagumba is a lucrative business in the mountainous regions of Nepal, it attracts thousands of people every year who regard Yasagumba as the means of their livelihood.
To dig out the real scenario, CNC traveled to Phupal Valley, located at the Upper Rukam, some 700 kilometers away from the capital. Rukam is one of the most popular regions for the production of this unique hybrid. 11-year-old Jathna BK was preparing the Yarsa journey for the next few weeks with her mother. Traveling to Highland is not an interest of this grade 2 student, but a compulsion to support her underprivileged family. BK's family, which is regarded as untouchable in the Indian caste system, sees Yasagumba as a major source of income.
I've started harvesting since last 10 to 12 years. We have many lands to clear, so we have to go every year. It's very difficult at the top due to both steep way and cold temperature. But we don't have other options. Life cannot move ahead without it.
Her father cannot join them this season, as he is suffering from malaria. Unfortunately, he has to fight the disease alone, as he has no money and there is no hospitals nearby. The region has half a dozen primary schools and only one secondary school, which remains closed during the Yasa season. Phutha Himalayan Secondary School, having 400 students, has cut off any winter vacation for the sake of this season.
This is the same school where Jathna BK studies in grade 2. All the schools, including this one, remain closed for 2 months in this region, as all the students, including even the teachers, travel to the highland for the harvesting of Yasagumba.
In the past, the school administration even imposed fine to students who were absent. However, it cannot discourage the students to skip the harvesting process that ends in July.
We cannot run school even if we want. We have stopped providing winter vacation. Instead, we provide holiday during the season.
Besides students, thousands of people undertake a struggling journey from many districts like Rukam every year. The journey is full of difficulties as people have to carry tents, cooking materials, and all the essentials and walk through a steep and rough trail. In the Hampa area, some 3,700 meters above the sea level, Yasa pickers participate in various cultural events like ethnic dances, folk games, and singing competitions in Hampa Hill to pass their time. We found a 10-year-old Deepsika Maga, who was helping her parents and sisters with the domestic chores at a temporary hotel set up inside a narrow blue tent. Most of these children not only pick caterpillar but also help the family run a seasonal business. Parents prefer to use their children in Yasa harvest as they believe children have sharp eyes, good stamina, and high determination. Every year, the local Yasa Season Management Committee collects certain tax from pickers who arrive from various districts. People need to pay $45 to the local committee as a permission fee, whereas they need to pay separate tax to the government for trading purpose.
We are walking through the newly explored Yarsa Trail that is 22 kilometers long. The trail is regarded as the shortest trail towards the Phupal Valley, and the interesting part is the trail is formed by the locals of this region, especially by the villagers of Ranamaikot VDC. And another thing is that the trail is also used by the foreigners to travel to the neighboring districts like Dolpa, Jumla, Manang and Mustang.
The pickers have to walk for nearly 2 days from Dual Base Camp to Pipal through the Yarsa Trail. Keep going uphill at Siankola, some 4,000 meters above the sea level. The plain meadow in a lap of Mount Phutha serves the pickers for a night stay before reaching Pipal Valley, as there remains chances of high altitude sickness. In the base camp, pickers gather and warm themselves with firewood to fight the freezing temperature. They seem excited for the next day as their year-long wait is finally going to be over. Some also have doubts.
This year, I don't think we will find as many as previous years. Last year, it was futile to be here. I could not even raise money for food and transport, but still I am excited.
Since last few years, locals have stopped working in the sector of agriculture, livestock, and weaving clothes. Rather, they prefer to keep horses and sheep, make homemade wines, and run seasonal hotels targeting Yarsa season.
Our transportation cost is too high as we have hired nearly 30 mules. We serve lunch and dinner to the pickers till the end of the season.
However, the availability of Yarsa gamba has been shrinking in the recent years. Overexploitation and grazing animals have led to the decrease.
I started trading since 20 years ago. A single piece used to cost 2 rupees at that time, whereas now the cost has exceeded 1,000.
On the very next day, people start off since early morning to Pupel Valley. While reaching the top, the green grassy meadows turn into snow-capped structures. Suddenly, a loud ceremonial gunshot rang out from the top of the hill, after which caravans of people started running towards the highland.
With the opening of Gansut, the Yarsa harvesting season has formally begun in Pupal Valley in Upper Rukum, that is nearly 4,500 meters above the sea level. Despite of this freezing temperature, you can see the caravans of people moving towards the highland in search of Yarsa gumba, that is known as the most expensive biological resource in the global market.
Last year, 18,000 people had participated in harvesting in Pupel area alone, which borders the Dolpa district that connects China. However, this year, only few thousands were seen as many feared the loss as of last year. Since Yarsa is highly valued for its aphrodisiac capabilities and the potential to treat cancer and other diseases, people spend 2 months in the highland and its hunt despite of struggles. Mostly, people find between 5 and 15 pieces per day.
It's quite difficult to search this. We need to have strong concentration. Eyes should be sharp and will take much time. This is the first piece of this season.
It's difficult to search in cold. I started searching since the age of 9 to 10 years. Last year, I found only 17 pieces in total. Yesterday, I found 5 pieces.
The pickers share their knowledge that the golden-colored Yarsa is sold at higher prices as compared to others. Since it's mostly recognized for curing impotence, pickers are dying to get it. Some pickers are carrying their small children, even the newborns, for the entire Yarsa harvesting season.
There is no one at home to look after the children as both parents are here. We know it's troublesome, but we're managing anyway.
The local traders buy the caterpillar fungus from pickers directly in kilograms and sell them in bulk to traders in Kathmandu and China's Tibet. Nearly 100 local volunteers and more than 24 security officials are deployed in the area for 2 months to curb out loot, illegal trading, and fights among the traders. Once the Yarsa season is over, these pickers get back to their own villages until the next season arrives. They believe this is the only way out to sustain their livelihood for the next 10 months.